Hey guys, it's another Demon Slot Reviews here, and this is the Lotus Exige V6 Cup R. This is a brand new car for 2014. They're expected to release two of this car, one in the detailed format as well as the super resistant format. And the super resistant format is now just been released. This one's been out for a little while, and we've only just managed to get our hands on it. And this is obviously, they're from the same series as well, the Avon Tyres one. This is the number 15 car, whereas the super resistant one is the number 7. First impressions of it is it looks pretty awesome as a car. I'm liking the sort of very fierce look that it has. It's a lot sort of nicer and beefier looking than the Evora in my opinion. And like I said, the Exige sort of looks more the part as a race car than the Evora does. The thing that I like mainly more about the Exige is the rear wing. It looks more like a proper rear wing, whereas on the Evora it's kind of this curved sort of thing. And I mean, that's how the Evora raced originally, with the curved wing, so that's accurate with the first two that Scalextric released, the number 48 car and the 49, I believe the two numbers are for those ones. But obviously Scalextric have kept the curved wing for the newer ones that have just come out, but whereas the Exige raced with this sort of block wing, this rectangle one, it looks a lot better than it would have done if it had the curved wing. It's not the only Exige that's coming out. They've also done the RGT, which is a rallycross version, which is sort of a cross between like rally car and race car, and it's got sort of these front headlights on. We've also got one of those to review, so stick around and we'll also be doing that one. But first impressions of this car is that it's going to be a very good little car. I like the Evora. It hasn't got the same stability as, say, the McLaren, but it can be modified with an extra magnet, which along the bottom here. It's got 2 magnet positions, and that's a very good thing for if you want to race it against McLarens. You can stick another magnet in. With one magnet, it handles pretty well anyway, so it's not like it doesn't have any mechanical grip, because it does. And I'm very looking forward to actually using this in a digital format later today and seeing how that goes, and I'll obviously give you a bit of a progress report, see how it did compared to the likes of some of the other cars. And I believe we've got like 4 GTs and even the Porsche 911 which are factory fitted, and they seem to do quite well in digital, so we'll see how they do. We've got another thing about the car is obviously it's got the 18,000 rev motor, which is standard in all Scalextric cars, and it's also got the digital plug ready system. As you can see here, I believe it's another 9:27 gear ratio, because that's pretty much the standard one as well. But it has got a very nice sort of underbody. It's got the magnet right on the rear axle, very close to the ground as well, which is good. Only held together by 4 screws now. There used to be 6. They used to hold the bodywork in place as well, but now they've changed it just to 4. Some cost-cutting measures or whatever. But the thing that I think, for customization point of view as well, it's going to be quite difficult if you're a new person at customizing and spraying your cars, because you've got the grille here that would need repainting, and you've got all the front ones here, and you've even got the little ones at the back there. So I mean, if you are a customizer, you probably know the difficulties of obviously painting all the grills in and everything, but it's not the end of the world, and I will be obviously getting a couple more of these hopefully and painting them up in my own colour schemes for when I do my own racing. The colour scheme is quite plain, if I'm honest. I mean, it's just yellow and it says number 15 on it. It's got a few detailing on it with the track club it says on it.com. It's got the nice little British flag on the side there, and it's also got some very nice detail on the back, but not a lot of sponsorship, but that's how it raced, I suppose. And the white one's got a lot more sponsorship, so that one's quite nice, and that one's also the super resistant one, which means it's a bit less likely to be damaged, but that's pretty good as well. The only thing I can see that would really break on this car are the wind mirrors and the rear spoiler, but I think the wind mirrors have been done like the McLaren MP4, where if you take the bodywork out, these will also come out with the bodywork. As you can see, very, very finely, they're no longer sort of welded into the bodywork. It's actually been put in where the glass has been shaped, so there's this nice little rectangle hole for the wind mirrors to fit in there. So that's very good because it avoids snapping. They do look pretty sort of delicate anyway, so the windmills may break off during the racing. That's why I'm doing the video now before I race it, because I don't want to review a damaged car. And again, it's just sort of very difficult to pinpoint what would break off the car. I mean, the rear wing looks sturdy, but with a big enough crash, it will probably fall off as well. Overall, I think the car is fantastic. I really hope it drives as well as it looks. Again, like I said, not a lot to be damaged on it. It's a very good car. It's very good for also spray painting. So if you are a converter, not converter, but like a modeler, then you haven't got a lot to sand down, and it's quite easy to sort of obviously spray paint them. All the interior will come out as well, so that makes it a lot easier. And a few other things I just noticed, they do put a lot of effort and detail into this car, because on the wheel nut there is the Lotus emblem as well. And they've even got Avon tyres on the tires as well. So very well detailed. They obviously didn't have a lot to play with while they were making this car, but I'm thinking they've probably just gone for a nice easy colour scheme so they could dish it out quite early in the year, or in the middle of the year, which they've done. So I'm quite impressed. I very much like it. I would recommend it to anyone, and I can't wait to give it a go. Thanks for watching. Give the video a like, comment, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel as well, and don't forget to check out the MC Slots channel as well.